Hi guys, it's Kathy here, and this is my second take of recording my process video. I messed up and the video stopped before I could finish what I was saying. It was really pretty odd. Anyway, so this is a layout called Sweet Girl that I made, showing a nice cut that I got today. Yay, so if you're wondering why I have a band-aid on, that's why. So this is a bunch of stuff that I grabbed just from my stash. Some of it's from new hip kits. Like that paper from Pink Forest Studio, Felicity. That was from, I think, that little piece is from Pink Paisley, C'est La Vie. I believe it was C'est La Vie. I love that paper, and I used most of it in a different layout, and then I just needed to use all of the paper. So I covered that line of colors, which some people might think is blasphemy, but they're not actually colors I would normally use, so they didn't really work for me. So I'm just kind of showing a bunch of stuff that I gathered that I thought I might use, because I'm actually to use a really silly word, a discombobulated scrapper. I usually don't have everything with me when I'm scrapping. I kind of grab stuff as I'm going, which usually makes my layouts take forever. But that also meant that you guys would be watching a lot of downtime while I went off to go search for things. And I didn't want to stop and start a lot. So I'm trying this way, and it ends up working fairly well. Oh my gosh, what happened to my video? It's messing me up. Okay. Anyway, so I was showing a bunch of different papers that I was thinking of using, and some I do and some I don't. Most of the ones that I don't, it's just because I wanted to keep the layout as light and airy as I could. I have a lot of old stuff. Like, I have a lot of stash, a crazy amount of stash for someone who lives somewhere where you can't really get a lot of stuff. So I guess I order a lot of it, which is terrible of me, to pay for shipping. But anyway, this is me gone off to go look in my scrap drawers to see if there's any turquoise scraps or fuchsia scraps. And I don't like how dark they are. They just drag it down more than I want it to. Just because we're outside, we're against the house. I did alter the photo a little in Photoshop to brighten it up a whole lot. This was kind of on a warm day in February or March. I think it was in March. And my daughter, her name's Lilith. But we call her Lily for short right now. And she loves to dress up. And she has this pretty silvery, big, like ballerina type skirt. So she was in that, and she wanted her pretty pink scarf that her auntie made for her. And so I took her outside for a little photo shoot. I just loved the pictures. The wind was blowing, so she couldn't really open her eyes, but the way it was blowing on her hair was so cute. Anyway, I love this cut apart from Maggie Holmes, and I was like, oh, I'm going to use that love. And I don't. And I did start to fussy cut it off screen at one time when I had to stop and start the video, because I do have to stop and start the video a lot. I have only a 16 gig iPhone, so it doesn't let me record a lot at one time, so I have to stop, upload, and then keep going. And also, all three kids were awake and home and trying to get supper ready, and light fading and all this stuff made the video go crazy. So you might notice light shifting in different points, and that's just because I had to stop it, go somewhere, and then start it again. I decided I'm going to use some chipboard, and I don't want any of the gold. Not that I don't love gold, but I'm not going for gold this time. And just so I don't have to deal with the stickiness, I just tore the sticky part off in the back. Half the time it comes off anyway, so I wasn't too upset that I tore it off. So I'm going to pop my background up on foam, and then kind of get started. And I'm keep giving a thumbs up that I'm happy with the layout, and I don't stick with what I've done at all. And oops, oh, get that, girl. All right, pressing it down. Decided to go with a round doily. I don't know, there was something with the heart one I wasn't digging, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go with my good old standby round ones. Just cheap ones that I bought either at Michael's or like one of those little kind of dollar store places. But yeah, so now I'm going to kind of bring my stuff around and decide what I'm going to do. And I like that. And I thought I really liked it, but then I realized how not light and airy it was anymore. That it was really kind of I was really putting a lot of stuff on there and a lot of heaviness. And so I've switched, obviously. So I decided I'm going to I embossed that suite that I had right at the very beginning. I embossed it with silver. I just started buying embossing stuff because I finally decided to. And I love it. I've been embossing everything. And I decided I'm going to back that picture frame with vellum, but I'm not going to make like a baggie of sequins. I'm just going to glue the sequins on top. So I'm looking for my Tombow. Finally find it. My craft room is always kind of a disaster. Like I work in chaos, and even when I clean up, I'm like halfway through cleaning and then I want to create again, and I just make another mess. So it never gets fully cleaned. I'm all full of embossing glitter, and it's making me mad, and Tombow adhesive, and that's making me mad because everything's sticking to me. I'm going to stick down all those sequins, kind of like a little picture frame of sequins, but they're so sparkly and pretty, and it just worked well. Getting my good old head in the shot. I even made sure I brushed my hair before I filmed this, just in case you got a glimpse of my head. So I'm not sure what this, like as I'm recording this, I know the sound's not going to be perfect, and I'm already apologizing for that, but I haven't bought a microphone yet because I just wanted to test the microphone on my iMac and see if I liked it first. I probably won't, but I can't just run out and buy a microphone. And I probably have to order one online and then wait for it to ship. So in the meantime, you may have to deal with like a sound quality that's not the greatest, and I do apologize for that. And, if it's annoying to listen to, then feel free to mute me. Not mutiny. You can't all abandon me and take over my ship, but you could mute me and listen to music or something. Yeah. I tend to not always listen to everyone's. I have weird issues with voices and certain sounds. Just crazy like that. I'm desperately trying to figure out how I'm going to lay this out and how many layers I'm going to do. And I have this little rosette ribbon thing that I want to, it's like sheer with little rosettes on top. And I just thought it was pretty. I don't often use ribbon, but I saw it in my ribbon jar and I was like, oh, I'm going to go get me some of that. So, and I've got that blue turquoisey rose chipboard, and I want to use it because it'll bring down that turquoise from the top strip down to the bottom with all that fuchsia, because I've got so much pink and fuchsia going on right now. And I know I don't end up using it. I think I just kind of end up using ink splatters to bring down the turquoise for the most part. So I'm going to start gluing everything down, and then I move things, and then I have to cover things up where I accidentally glued things down. I can't be one of those people that just sits around and waits to the very end to glue things down. I don't know why. And then oftentimes I will move something and I'll have to tear it up and then cover where I tore it up, but that's just the way I am. So yeah, this is kind of different for me to grab all the items ahead of time and bring them all over and then try to scrapbook. Usually I'm like running back and forth. And I still do. And so if you see like me gone for a long period of time, I know there's a period of time up here where I'm gone. And yeah, that's because I've gone off to go search through my stash for something. I love getting my hip kits, but I tend to just incorporate them right into my stash because I have so much other stuff, and I really like to mix and match my old items with my new items and find interesting ways to use up old old stuff, so I don't tend to just scrap right with just a kit or anything like that. And I haven't gotten around to making my own kits. Not sure why. I think I would just grab too much stuff, and it would just be this massive, massive kit. And then I would just be scrapping that one kit forever and neglecting all my other stuff, all my other pretty things. So I'm deciding where I want to put that little flare badge, and it says tomorrow, which I don't care that it says tomorrow. It's pretty. It's like lined like paper. Looks, and it's not shiny. It's matte. It's like paper. It doesn't have any kind of plastic coating over top, and I just liked that because then there wasn't that shininess. I do have a flare badge sitting on top that says "Love You" with black, and it's got turquoise, and I think that was from an old Scraptastic kit. Oh, you can see I've now grabbed over some of my little baker's containers that I keep random things in. I have a lot of containers of random things. Now I'm just deciding I want to put a girl in, but I don't know what I want to do. And I want something light, and I grab those thickers that you can spray, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to spray them with this Heidi Swap spray foam, seafoam spray. So I go off to do that, and it doesn't work, and I don't like it. So now I'm off looking through my stash of thickers to see what I can find. And, oh, I'm looking at my little recorder thing, and my voice must be getting quite loud. Or maybe I'm getting not loud enough. Huh. This will be a learning experience, won't it? I grabbed those old white thick, they're not even thicker, so they're something from Walmart from like 2010 that I still have, because I tend never to throw anything out. And of course I don't have an I, so I turn a J into an I, and I want to write girl, and I'm certain I must have used the title Sweet Girl before. I may have even used it several times, but there's only so many titles I can think of, especially when you use like a phrase, you know, piece of chipboard or piece of what is it called, like foam, or you know, those words that I can't remember their names, that Maggie Holmes does and Amy Tangerine do, and I love them, but of course they always say the same things, so you end up kind of having some of the same titles. But I don't really care. The title's not necessarily the most important. I like making puns in my titles and stuff, but not this time. So I'm like, okay, I'm digging that. I know I'm gonna go off and do some foam, do some of that seafoam Heidi Swap spray. Now, I do my journaling off screen with this, and of course I won't be able to take pictures till the next day, so I probably do a little bit more sequins and stuff like that before I actually take the picture. So you may see it a little bit different from the last shot to now. Oh yeah, I keep thinking there's a film over this. I don't think there was a film over it, because I don't believe it was from the brand that does those films, and even if it was, I could not find the edge. I have no nails because I bite my nails. So sticking that all down. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, this kind of just cuts right out. So I'm not sure when it's going to cut out, but I'm going to say thank you for watching already. And hopefully you like what you see, and I can get to make some more. I'm happy with that. Oh, thumbs up, yay. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm going to do some kind of finger happy jazz dance. I'm not sure what that was. I'm going to do some splatters. I'm not usually good with the splatters. I'm usually terrible with splatters. And no, I didn't cover my photos. But yay, it's done.